Hello, girl. I am living and I'm learning. That's all I have to say. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bounceback Wednesday. I am your co-host Fatima Hanif, and I have a guest host, Jasmine Hines. How you doing, Jasmine? Are you muted?
Yes, I was muted. There we go. There we
Hi,
go.
Jen.
I'm good. How are you tonight?
Girl, I'm good. I'm good. We live and we learn. So I'm living and I'm learning right now. So thank you for coming on this evening. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So welcome everyone. You are here and live and on Bounce Back Wednesday, where we discuss adverse childhood experiences. So, what exactly is adverse childhood experiences? In 19 between 1995 and 97, Kaiser and the CDC did a study. They did a study on links that was to chronic illnesses as diabetes, high blood pressure, strokes, kidney issues. Um, and they linked it back to childhood experience, so our childhood trauma. And so childhood trauma causes toxic stress, and toxic stress causes chronic illnesses. So then they came up with these 10 indicators. The 10 indicators are child neglect, child abuse, physical neglect, emotional abuse, emotional neglect, physical neglect, mental illness of an adult that's in the household, incarcerated adult, domestic violence, and a loss of a parent from a household. So all of things are linked to our childhood experiences. Let me take a deep breath because my anxiety is flaring up. But I'm excited because it's mental health awareness month. And of course that is linked to adverse childhood experiences. And I'm excited about it because I'm a person that struggles with mental health issues. And I can accept that, but I'm working on it. So,
Right.
were you able to catch the resilience film?
Yes. So I stayed up last night to watch it. I felt like I was back in film class. That was like my favorite class in college. And I took notes. Because that's the best way. It was just so much good information that I wanted to write some notes. So I felt like I was back in school. So thank you for that.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So, I hope everyone was able to come to. Jamila showed the film at the Empress Theater.
Sorry, I have to come save it. I'm just playing.
I was like,
No, I really just want to be on vacation. I just really want to rest.
What? Let me tell you this. So, if it would have went better, if I was better, like if all this didn't go through. So I hope you know
agree.
that.
I agree. I totally agree.
That's the only reason why my anxiety is up right now and flared up. And then when I have to, then I gotta calm down. And this is a learning experience for me because, of course, I'll be starting my own podcast soon. So I am learning now.
So you leave it Bounceback Wednesday, so you're gonna
know. So, I love everybody. I just want to be that person. I love you all.
Listen,
I'm not leaving Bounceback. I'm just starting my own thing. So no, I'm not leaving Bounceback.
You did good, and I can honestly say that as a producer, I didn't do a good job with training you to, how to.
I don't know how to work StreamYard. I don't know, so that's why I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And then I'm cooking for kids, so I gotta prepare kids before I even get on here. So I got a lot that I'm dealing with before I even get on. So
it's okay. I
know, I'm fine. It's a lesson learned.
Let me tell you about stress, right? Because Jazz was sitting there cool. Jazz was cool, right? Jazz heard all the instructions that I gave. She heard everyone. And then I'm seeing you not even do it. And I'm like, and then you didn't even do it when you went live. I was like, are you serious? But you tried. But what we have to do is really just take some deep breaths, because that's what stress does, right? Your hearing is impaired. You shutting down. You can't focus. None of that. So I do want to at least give you a good job for even trying. Yeah, so I'm about to go back on vacation. So I got to go.
And I appreciate you for taking accountability for saying where you messed up at. So I greatly appreciate that as well.
Look at this growth. People get to see an example of growth, communication. You know, we're not staying stuck in toxic stress. You know, I'm just throwing words around now. Like, we're doing great.
So it's good. So y'all can get back to it, though, because I heard you, Josh, you was explaining it. I ain't coming to take over, and I'm just saying. But, we had the resilience screening, my nonprofit. And shout out to the sponsors, Solano Public Health and the City of Vallejo, for sponsoring the event. The documentary Resilience, it is an introduction. It shares all about ACEs, how the whole study was, how they developed it. And we had some amazing guest panelists. Tim, you want to share who the guest panelist was?
Yes, I will. So Armani L. Santos, which is the principal of the Orlando Graham. He's the Boys and Girls Empowerment Group. Matt Green from Solano Public Health. Peggy A. Cohen Thompson. Did I say her last name right? Okay. Dr. Zoe Bartholomew. The Vallejo PD Chief Shawnee Williams. Riley Grayton, which is part of Impact Vallejo Youth Council. Of course, our own Jamila Hanif of Watch Me Grow Inc. Pippin Dew, City Council of Vallejo. Erin Hannigan, she's Solano County Board of Supervisor. Crystal Riley is Solano Department of Probation. And then Michael.
She's the supervisor. She's a supervisor for the probation, the deputy probation officer, supervising deputy probation officer. Just want to get it right. But yeah. Go ahead. Okay. I'm sorry.
And Michael Sands, he was part of that program with her.
He was.
And then Leilani Vallejo, she's the Impact Vallejo youth.
Yes. So I want to, everybody who possibly tuned in last Wednesday, I'm sure y'all figured it out. Like, we wasn't going to have Bounceback Wednesday, that we were going to do the resilience screening. So I want to shout out to everybody who did tune in. Man, it was a lot of viewers. It was a great amount.
Close to 100 or something like that. So that was really dope.
Yeah. But it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Go ahead, y'all. Act like I ain't here.
And I have mental health issues, so I love mental health. But no. Can I share some pointers that I like about the film? Okay, so the Resilience film, which we are going to show again, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and it's definitely needed because it brings so much awareness. So I don't want to give out too much because I really want people to be able to come and view it themselves. But I did want to share some things, some quotes that was in the movie that I really enjoyed. Like childhood is a time of joy and innocence, but for many of us, that is not true. And then another one is that we pretend that all these things just don't happen. And all the things is like the sexual abuse, the domestic violence, and the neglect. Yep. And then we are so invested. Our investment in denial is so high that we act like none of these things go on within a childhood. And then childs are so young that they are very resilient. They won't remember anyway. That's what we think, right? Well, the child may not remember, but the body remembers.
Yep, the body never forgets.
And that is so true. And just from me experiencing my childhood trauma of being sexually abused since I was 5, and I definitely see it in, now that I reflect, going through my healing and everything. When I was younger, I was told I had PCOS, and then the PCOS is a hormonal issue in our ovaries, but then it's linked to diabetes as well. Now, I'm not diabetic, even though I was like pre-diabetic when I was pregnant with my children. So I'm not there yet, right? My goal is not to
It's not the
I know. My goal is not to get there, so that's why, like, I do a lot of health stuff. I play around with my nutrition and work out as much as I do and everything of that sort in order to prevent that. But it's interesting. It's definitely enlightening, that whole film. So when we show it again, I hope more people come out and view it because it's very, very important.
Yeah, as a viewer, Jazz, as somebody that just tuned in, what were you sharing about? What did you think about the video?
The first thing that actually I wrote down was the child. The child may not remember, but the body remembers. And there's this other book. The author name is Jasmine something, and so she was a psychiatrist, but she also dealt with sexual abuse. And she was talking about how your trauma you go to the doctor and you're trying to figure out why your stomach hurt. You're trying to figure out why you have a headache, but in reality, there's nothing wrong with you. It's actually your trauma. So that helped me a lot. It put into perspective like a lot of things I remember being a teenager, also being diagnosed with PCOS like in my early 20s, and realizing is basically diabetes. Someone said it's basically diabetes in your uterus, and just realizing that I kept trying to figure out what was wrong with me. So it like really just smacked me in the face when the first thing I heard was your body remembers. And I'm thinking of all the things that my body has remembered in like most of my life, of the headaches that I always would have. And it wasn't sinuses. Like I would have random stomach aches. It would just be random things that would hurt. I had Kaiser, go to the doctor. There's nothing wrong with you. And so when I started doing one-on-one therapy and group therapy, that's kind of when I realized that it wasn't like a physical problem. It was actually my mental health. So I like that part. I love just watching it. I love the different statistics that they were giving out. The doctor, the doctor from San Francisco, she was amazing to me. I just loved how the people who saw that there was something wrong, they didn't say, oh, well, no, that's not what we were taught in school. That wasn't my problem. They were like, no, we have to do something, because if you want to fix what's over here, we got to fix what's over here. So I really enjoyed it. I told you, I was like in school. I was like taking notes. Not like I heard this stuff from you before, but I was just like, I just wanted to hear it all over again. So it was really good.
And it's interesting. Let me tell you the purpose of why I sharing it like this. Like, so talking about ACEs, everybody know I'm serious about this stuff. I'm so serious because, I shared that I have a 10 ACE score, and so I shared my story there. I shared my story at the event. Things that I experienced and why I'm leading the way that I'm leading, who I'm leading, and why am I, all about the well-being of the child and everything. So people learn in different ways, so we have these discussions every Wednesday. People tune in. This probably entertaining and everything. It's entertaining as well as educational, though.
Right.
And then with having this screening, a documentary, it's allowing people that are visual learners. You know what I mean? Like to sit down and be still long enough, because that's me. I'm a visual learner. Okay, so I want to sit down and I want to watch something. I'd rather watch a documentary than read the book. And not like I just rather do that. My body I can't sit still long enough to be sitting there reading a book. And this stuff is important, even the way that we teach our children, So they're visual. So then you're visual, show the documentary, then just the panel discussion, just the panelists was off the hook. So this is a part of the Bounceback tour. I'm serious about providing this information in every city across the states. It's not my documentary. No, it's not mine, but I'm going to use it for the purpose it should be used for, and it's to create really protective environments, educating people, and getting people involved. And it's all around policy change. So I'm speaking that as Jamila. Okay, I'm speaking as a community leader right now. I'm speaking as a parent leader right now. I'm speaking as a child and family advocate right now. I'm speaking as an African-American woman, as a single mother, that this information that they have is a public health issue and we don't focus on it. Even when they were talking about how $5 billion Did y'all see that? The $5 billion.
And I was like,
go towards what is it?
Like the mental health or like healthcare.
Healthcare. $5 billion go to healthcare, but only 5% goes to preventative medicine. Like, because they make.
I was just like, what? Like, I was really upset about that too. I was upset about that because when you were saying, like, I'm speaking as a community leader, I'm just thinking of the quote when he said that, they were saying, like, if you want to fix the adults, you got to start when they're young, right? And so I used to be a preschool teacher, and I used to get so frustrated. It's like, well, why are the parents like this? Why they don't want to help? And I'm not realizing, it took me a minute to realize, oh, wait, they were kids who were dealing with adverse challenges. So now they don't even know how to help their child not deal with some dramas and traumas. And so I was just like, oh my goodness, like we need more services like this.
We do. And look, you can't transform the lives of children without transforming the lives of
the parents. Listen,
transform the lives of children without transforming the lives of their parents. So this is why this education piece is. You're an early childhood educator. I'm a family home child care. You see stuff. And when you go to school for this, my degree is in child development and family services. And I specialize in violence intervention and counseling and infantile care and development. So I the whole lifespan, hella life experiences. I'm from Oakland. I grew up in West Oakland, Lower Bottoms. Okay. I've seen some things, I've experienced some things. So I can relate to many of the children. Shut up, Fatima. I can relate to many of the children. I can relate to the parents. Whatever. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. Please be sure to.
I'm right along with you. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It was funny. I was reflecting earlier about Oakland and all the things that I've been through with the shootings and the car flipping over 6 times. And I'm like, man, I am blessed to be here. I'm blessed.
Everybody that's tuning in, real quick, just take a second to step out of the discussion and share it. Or, if there's a way you could, still view it and share it everywhere. Share this discussion everywhere. It's important. It's so important what we talk about here, adverse childhood experiences, because we all can relate to it. We all have an ACE. And yeah, we got to know. We have to. The whole purpose is to create a trauma-informed culture. Okay, city by city. That's my goal. And to reduce the ACEs, reduce the amount of trauma, reduce these ACE scores one generation at a time. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So you got to be informed. Don't be in denial about your ACEs. None of that. Y'all want to watch the documentary or something? Y'all connect with me. In your city, wherever you are. I'm ready to rock and get this information out. So totally, I'm here for it. What were you saying, Fatima? I'm sorry.
Because I can't remember. When was the documentary released? Do you remember what year it was released?
Girl, let me see. Just even thinking about that study though, like how long ago? I don't.
Yeah, that study was a while ago.
I know on one part it said 2015 when he was speaking, when Dr. Robert Adna, when he was speaking.
2016.
Okay, so it came out
6 years ago.
So this is fairly new.
Yeah.
And you have people that's like, I'm talking about, it was people all over the United States that were tuning in. I'm talking about the emails I got from people getting feedback. I'm talking about people all over like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen this before. And that's how it's going to be, but they're going to see it. I'm not going to play.
And even when he said it in the doc, he was like, they thought that they was crazy. But why would you even study this? Like, why would you even go in depth in research of this? This did not make any sense. And it was so interesting. Well, he over here, Dr. Robert Adna over here doing the research. And then Dr. Vincent Felitti or whatever, he's over in another area. But they doing the same thing. And then they end up linking. That was dope. It was just dope that it came to that. And now look what we have.
Yeah, and it is dope. And then even with the connection with Nadine Burks. So see, look. So you had those doctors, right? You had them doing this research and everything, right? But then you got this lady, this Black woman in the community. In the community where you got all this trauma going on, and she like, wait a minute, we can't be so quick to diagnose people. Like, we so quick to give them some medicine, but we're not even paying attention to the underlying issues. But look, one of the trauma-informed components is really about building relationships and connecting with people. Like, you have people that don't even take the time out to really get to know people. So you just you see a behavior, and it's like it's just like something's wrong with them.
I think for me, the thing that really stuck out to me was when the doctor, the Black woman, the doctor, she was talking to the young boy, the African-American boy. And I just remember being a preschool teacher, and they're like, oh my God, other people who did not look like me. Oh my God, he needs to be tested for this or tested for that. But I'm just like, okay, well, who does he live with? Like, what? Like, I'm asking the questions of like, what's going on? Did he eat today? Like, what's his mama yelling at him? And a lot of times the behaviors changed when I would like talk to the parents and say, oh, how y'all doing? And really just get to know the parents, because when I noticed the kid would act up, they were with their dad that week, or they were with someone else, or the mom was working later. I had a family of 3, and I kid you not, the daughter, it was 2 girls and a younger boy, and the 2 girls were in my after school program, and they started calling me mom. And so the mom was like, well, when she found out, she said, oh my God, why? I was like, well, what's going on between y'all that they want to call me mom? Come to find out, she was a nurse. So she worked so many hours, and they didn't have that connection. And I was like, look, I'm a part of your team. So that means whatever they tell me or whatever's going on, guess what's going to happen? We're going to come up with a plan together so that you can deal with that in the home. So if you're not feeling like your children are acting out at school, and then come here and be great to me, and then go home and be mean to you. So I was like, it's just like, what's actually going on? A lot of like preschool teachers that I've met in where I've worked, they do not want to actually ask the parents what's going on with them. Because I can pick up on if they're sad or if they're happy, if they're, maybe they've been doing drugs or they've been out partying. I can tell. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Because when I get involved with them, it was a better experience for me and the child in the classroom.
Let me tell you, being a family home child care provider, I'm telling you, and I'm going to try not to cry, but I love the families in my program. Like, and just the person that God has created me to be, I don't care. Like, I'll be transparent. I'm an open book. Like, I can share my story, but I know how to connect with people. I make people feel comfortable. It's like, because it's a partnership. We have this little child that we're looking after together. And yes, a child spends most of their waking hours in childcare. They do. Okay, they do. So this is why I'm so serious about family home child care providers being trauma informed. I'm telling you, before I was trauma informed, I'm telling you, I exposing, kicking kids out my program. I'm telling you, I was for it, because you ain't about to stress me out. I don't know how to deal with this. No, okay, but when I became trauma informed, I had a more sense of compassion,
better understanding.
Yep. More tools, more strategies, and I was able to connect more with the child. Like, some kids just need more love,
Yes.
That's what they need. They need more love. They want to be, I see you. I'm talking about, oh my God, I had this one little boy in my child care not too long ago, like just a couple of months, where he would come. He was so attached to his mom, though, and so he didn't want to come. You would think that I was beating him or something, but as soon as I'm like, oh, look at you with your little haircut. Look in the mirror. Look at you. Like, look at his ego. Yeah. He come in, Miss Jamila. Like, now he's just cool. So he just want to be seen. So And that's so small, you know. That's even with people like just around us, wherever we are. We don't know what people going through. Just one little compliment, I like your hair, or how you doing, or I see you. Anyways, go ahead, Mom.
No, that's good because you made me so there was a student that I had, you know, it's like right before they go to TK. So it's like that 3-4-year-old where I gotta teach them how to write letters and write their name and things like that. And so he was Spanish speaking. And he had a teacher before me who all she wanted to do was sit down and yell at the kids. And so when I like me, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna push you. And he would never, when I say draw yourself, he would never draw anything. He's like, well, what do I do? Or he would look at me like, I don't know. Come to find out that teacher was always yelling at them. No, that's not how you draw a person. That's not how you do it. And so it traumatized a lot of those kids that I got. Because I'm like, oh yeah, be free, draw. Oh, this is beautiful. And they didn't know how to do that. And so when I finally was like, every time he would make something, even if it was like a little dot, I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. He's like, he kept looking at me like, what? Till now he would draw with the right colors. He would draw more detail because I noticed like, oh wait, no, there's a blockage there. And then when I found out, I'm like, this is what the teacher did before I came. Oh no, like a lot of those kids were able to write. A lot of those kids were able to, they would actively participate in the group because I did not condemn them from being a child, not knowing anything. And so it is very important to pick up on body language, pick up on certain things where it should be normal for that particular age to do. And if they're not able to reach it, then you have to step back and say, well, what am I noticing that they're doing instead of, are they shying away? Or because one of the ladies said that, looking at why is this person particularly quiet? Why is this person, you know? And so just I love the kids. I loved them. I did. They were so sweet.
Look, Ms. Davis said, as well as the parents need more love. They do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
We got a parenting. Don't we got a parenting class? Or
we do
with that?
Every second. Today is the second, though. Today is the second Wednesday. That event last week threw everything off. But so with my nonprofit, Watch Me Grow. I'll drop the website in so you guys can go check it out. But we do have parent Bounceback parent support groups every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. Shout out to Solano. What am I doing? Y'all messing up. Shout out to Solano First Five for funding this program, though, y'all. It's temporary, but I want to continue it. So we are always seeking funding. We are always seeking bounce back coaches for the programs. And
so Andrea, if you know anyone that needs support, please direct them there.
That's hecka funny. Who put that one? That's funny. That was never mind. I was looking at something. But yeah, so that's the website. Yeah, the support groups is important because
we need support.
You know,
we need the support. And it's hard not having it. And then, like, even from my experience, then looking for it and didn't have it. What, Yari is 10 now? So, 19.
And they're going to learn something new all the time. We build communities about our bounce back community. No judgment. It's just 1 hour. And we just being transparent. We're talking about our day, you know, what help we may need. We've had some great guest speakers to come on and present. We want to see families reach their goals. Yeah, that's what we need. Somebody, I don't know who this Facebook user is. Children need affirmations and attention.
I don't either.
Let me tell y'all, 5 critical needs of a child. I don't know when the last time I dropped this. But the 5 critical needs of a child is the need to feel important, the need to feel included, the need to feel accepted, the need to feel respected, and the need to feel secure. So making a child, affirmations, right? And attention. Which one would that fall under? Included, important.
Mm-hmm.
Feels so important. Like, oh, look at you. Or, good job. You did good with that little dot. What is it? Asking them open-ended questions for real. Powerful interaction.
Right.
They could come up. They mind, so it's a fly. Like anything that's so small. So small, right? Oh, it's Auntie Virginia. I think that's who said that. Children need affirmation, especially if they have younger siblings. Yeah, and then shoot. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That is true. That's true.
That's true. Because you had an older sibling who was so used to getting the attention, who now has this new relationship that they seen the parent had. I mean, it could be the same thing as people having relationships, intimate relationships, right. Whatever. They want attention. It's interesting. Change, right? Adapt.
Right.
Adjusting, right? Wow. Yeah.
Well, I can appreciate, even they mentioned that we shouldn't discount children having stress. Your child is dealing with stress. Your grandchild is dealing with stress. Don't say, oh, they babies, they'll be fine. No. They're dealing with stress. Sometimes it comes out with some kids can't hold their pee. Sometimes I knew one girl, I had one student, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, please Lord, don't let her come to my class, let her skip my class. But she would not have a bowel movement at school.
Wow.
Because she was so full of anxiety of leaving her mom or leaving the teacher she was comfortable with, that when she had to transition, it was getting so bad to where they had to pull her out because she wouldn't use the restroom at the daycare.
Oh, wow.
And so,
I wonder what was going on that she did.
I wonder what's going on with her now. That's what I want to know. Where's she at now?
She should probably be about 3rd, 4th grade now. So yeah, she's a little bit older now, but I do wonder what happened, because there's more for me. I feel like there's more to that story. Right. Not just the change of the different classes, but I'm like, there has to be something going on at home to where she just doesn't feel safe. So it was really interesting that she would not use the bathroom.
What could that be? I mean, how old was she?
She was 4.
And you know what I find to be common, really, because it could be either way. But what I find to be common at 4 years old, they are always just so busy playing and stuff like that. I mean, well, shoot, that's some kids, okay, that'll just pee on themselves. They just I don't even got time to go.
Or go at the last minute.
Oh my goodness. There was a boy who he would do that all the time. And we were like, and he'll just keep playing. I'm like, no, I gotta sanitize all of this right now with 30 kids. But he would not stop.
Yeah, but I wonder, what could it be? What? She didn't want to go boo-boo at school.
That's what I'm saying. Those are things where it's I feel like it's some type of stress she's under for her not want to do that. Was it stressful, to maybe stressful to me? I'm just gonna throw it out there, to be in a classroom with a Black teacher, because she wasn't Black. Was it stressful? You know what I mean? Was it stressful because, the teacher she had before looked like her, but then maybe she was moving into different classrooms now where it was mostly African-American students. It was mostly, an African-American teacher. So maybe that was it. But we never got to the bottom of it. They literally just pulled her out after a while.
Wow.
The things to look for, man. Yeah. Got this one workshop I'm about to release. I ain't gonna even talk about it. But listen, y'all can just always make sure y'all stay visiting. Go to Watch Me Grow Inc. to the nonprofit. Go check it out. See what we offer. Put in your information so you can get connected to all the newsletters and everything. But Bounceback Wednesdays. This is about ACEs, raising awareness about ACEs. How policy change. I gotta learn how to separate all this stuff.
Right. Which increase the risk of lifelong health impacts and brain development.
Yep.
So all the things that we experience, it's man. And
children.
even just going through stuff and trying to be 42 and unlearn those behaviors right now, right? Identifying them, being more self-aware of what I do, you know, how I react to things, and really trying to unlearn, of being in fight and flight mode all the time.
It's learning mindfulness. That's all connected, because your brain can be rewired. So it's really just trying to have more positive experiences, knowing what peace is, the Lord. Knowing what peace is, where to find peace in the storm, you know. So but starting young, exactly what you're doing with your I Maintain. You want to share what I Maintain is about, because it's all about mindfulness, right? So you're in the process of unlearning some of your behaviors, but within that process, the new things that you're learning, you're applying to your own 3 children, right? You're a single mom, 3 kids. Right. Share with us about I Maintain.
You want to go ahead and share my life story, mommy?
Me? She was the biggest asshole. Go. Oh, you're changed. She's changed, you guys. She's totally changed. She's changed.
I see growth in you as well, boo boo.
Watch me grow. Watch me grow. Watch me grow. Go ahead. That's for the kids.
So I Maintain is my company that I deal. I'm a meditation teacher. I'm also I'm working on my nutrition, but I'm a trained chef. So that goes hand in hand with each other. So the mind and the body and our food and everything. So my goal is to teach these kids about mindfulness, how to work with those stress when they do flare, how to take that time out and do some conscious breathing in order to calm ourselves down and everything. And it takes practice. Like it just doesn't happen overnight. So that's what my company, that's what I'm doing. I'm training these kids in order to how to deal with all this craziness that we deal with as adults in this thing called life, and just learning how to maneuver and cope with different situations, and like with the ACEs, you know, gaining the preventive measures so when they get to our age, they won't be dealing and reacting to things the way that we react to them.
And let me tell you what she's doing. Good job, y'all. See, go, Fatima, go. They watching you grow on here too.
That's Cortez. Hi.
They watching you grow.
I loved it. That was good.
It was.
Yeah, that's my goal. So because I'm going through it myself, you know, just going through this healing process myself, you know, in therapy. So, and you know, not saying that meditation is for everyone, but it would not say that meditation so it works for me, right? So the meditation thing, it works for me. Prayer works for me. That's what works for me. But what I've learned out doing my research with meditation and having more mindfulness, we are not taught to think. We are not taught to think and deal with our emotions when they flare up, like when we're sitting, how to sit, how to accept them, you know, identify them correctly. First, identify the feelings that we have correctly, and then change our thought process. And learning how to be like the monks and the guru, not having a reaction to the foolishness that life brings to you. So that's my goal. That is really my goal, to teach these kids. Like, I love the kids, and I hope I teach, you know, be able to teach some parents as well.
You got to, because you cannot transform the lives of who?
The children
without transforming the lives of who?
The parents.
Amen.
Well, you know what? That is actually why I stopped being a preschool teacher and I went into coaching, because I wanted to coach women, because who are the children's first teachers? The women. Right. And so I was doing, you know, working with the kids and seeing the progress. And then I just kept saying, God, like, what's going to happen after they leave a Miss Jasmine? And I realized they're going to go home to their mothers. They're going to go home to their fathers. And so that's why actually I started coaching women again, because if they're the ones who are going to become mothers, if they're the ones who are the mothers, then they need some love and some healing and reprogramming their mind, rethinking, come like knowing the effects of their trauma, knowing that trauma can be, you can find it in your body, and just really helping them to connect with, their feelings and their emotions, and saying, especially Black women, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have feelings. You don't have to run from it. So that's kind of why I left working with children and I went back to coaching, because of that thing, of that very thing of I wanted to change the children, but I got to get to the parents.
Hey, it's the ones. The parents are the problem. Okay.
let me tell y'all this morning, right? I took some notes, right? I've been journaling more, getting back to my journaling. I took notes today because I was frustrated with my children, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't react to it or anything, right? Because I get tired of repeating myself. Like, I say the simplest thing, I just need you to do it. I don't even know why anybody. Hold on, y'all. This is a mirror at my door.
She has kids over.
I got kids in my house. He was like, Fatima, I'm leaving. He was to tell me that he was leaving. So I appreciate him for that. Mm-hmm. But I almost got frustrated because I don't like repeating myself, but then I was like, I have to take the blame. They only able to do it because you let them do it.
Typical parent. I was like,
I wrote down my notes. I wrote down my notes. I said, I'm gonna revisit this. I'm gonna revisit this in a couple of months. I'm gonna revisit this because I gotta step up and I'm gonna, make their schedule more clear for them to understand or something. Like,
I'm gonna give you a tip. Because I'll give you a tip right now. I'll give parents a tip right now.
No.
When you are talking to a kid and you want them to do something, you have to give them a stop instruction. You have to tell them to stop doing what they're doing. And you have to tell them to start what it is you want them to do. But you have to make sure you're close to them, close enough to where you touch them, say, make eye contact. Hey, I need you to stop doing this. Or even giving them some time. Like, okay, especially the boys, they on a video game. Hey, 5 minutes, I need you off. I'm setting this alarm for 5 minutes, and then y'all got to get off, and this is what I need you to do. Did you hear me? Or repeat what I said. That's stuff right there that that, I heard what you said. But then also, that right there, having them repeat what you said, so it's all age appropriate, whatever age appropriate, right? And then, but going to them directly, going to them, touching them, hey, I need you to do this or whatever. And then, and then there's no excuse. So, and then I don't know if you were yelling like, hey,
my yelling has ceased. Okay. So I don't yell. This is not a yelling household anymore. So, I've changed a lot. I've changed that frustration. No, I told you I didn't get frustrated that it didn't flare. I said I wrote down the notes because I need to reflect on it because it comes with self-awareness. What am I doing?
I was necessarily saying it was you.
No, that wasn't a defensive thing. Calm down. Calm down.
I was like, here we go.
I'm sorry. That was not defensive mode. I'm sorry. I apologize if body language ain't correct or something.
It was your tone. It was your tone.
I got into that mommy tone. But no, I'm learning a lot. I greatly appreciate this journey that God definitely has me on because I kept telling myself I'm not gonna keep doing the same things I did, prior years. And I think I'm changing. I think I'm doing a good job right now.
You really are, and it starts with you. So you're being an example.
Yes, self-awareness.
So one of the principles, what is the philosophy of respect? But model the behavior you want to teach. Okay? That's what it is. Right. Magna Gerber was one of the principles. Model the behavior you want to teach. So all that, do as I say, not as I do, it's not effective at all. Jazz, are you a parent?
No, ma'am. I mean, I am a bonus mom, But because of his age, my husband takes over a lot of it. But because I am a surrogate mother to children, I teach this all the time. I'm very big on modeling the behavior that you want the children to do. I learned as in early education, childhood education, you cannot say, clean up that section, and you don't come and help them clean up, or you don't model how to clean up, or you don't model things. So I'm very big on, I have to model the behavior. If I don't want my daughter to have an attitude, then I need to watch my tone. I need to watch how I talk to other females. I need to watch how I treat the woman inside of the store or the man. Or if I want her to see healthy relationship, then I have to make sure I have boundaries that I'm not wearing. So I understand modeling the behavior. And so with my sisters, I do my best to model the behavior that I want them to follow. And so now they're teenagers. Mm-hmm. They doing their own stuff, but they always will come back to, when I show up in the room, it's like, okay, well, she does not allow that. That's not how she behaves. That's not how we can behave with her. And so I am very adamant about modeling the behavior that you want them to do, instead of telling them what to do all the time. Job.
Mm-hmm.
I wish mine would listen.
I know. I seen that boy. I was trying to go over it.
Boys will be boys.
Mine don't listen.
Wait, but they aren't supposed to stay boys. I like that. That's true, though.
That's true. And I honestly, this is my little tangent, is that I honestly do not believe that you have to, I don't believe that you have to raise boys so much different than you raise girls. Boys should know how to cook. They should know how to clean. They should know how to take care of a baby doll. They should know how to do the same things to be a decent human being. So I don't think boys should have an excuse of boys will be boys. They still have to be respectful and do what their mama's saying when she say to do it, if she's asking in a nice way and she's not yelling. But she said it's no longer a yelling house. So there we go. There we have it.
Yeah. No, and that's
more for me. I'm too lenient. I'm very lenient.
I was trying to help you. I'm trying to support you. No toxic stress.
Thank you. Oh, no, I appreciate you.
Toxic stress is when you don't have a community. So that's what I always do. I build safe spaces for women. You always have community with me. So you're not doing something alone. So even if I'm not there, I'm trying to give you your flowers and say, you said it's not a yelling house. I'm proud of you. So I'm trying to support you right now. Take the support.
Yeah. I'll take it.
But look, when I think about myself about it. But look, we all have that girl in us. We all have that little, I mean, not us, but, the men have the little boys in them. So it's really,
We do. We all have feminine and masculine energy.
I ain't even talking about the feminine and masculine. I'm a princess. I got the little princess inside me.
I can see you be a princess. I see that princessness.
I be aggressive sometimes. I can be aggressive now, but I'm really.
And then she step up like the queen. She want to come through here.
I love it. She's versatile. I love this.
I'm telling you, I am. I'm so versatile. I just thank God for the way that He's created me. Okay, because I could connect with all people, all types, and everything. Like, y'all should have seen my weekend. Full of my little gay friends. Gay friends. I get along with everyone. That's just who God is.
That's good.
So
no, that's a good thing. That's what I miss about traveling. I love traveling. That's what I miss about traveling is or when I do travel, it's like meeting and talking to new people. People always coming up and saying something. I'm like, okay.
That's good. You'll always have a fun time no matter where you are.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Fun. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Relaxing.
Girl, we saw them pictures.
Listen, I did. I'm like, ooh, okay. She cute.
You saw my video. I said while my co-host out there living her best life and stuff, hopping on jets and relaxing poolside and eating fancy foods and
never let it slide. I've been working hard, y'all. I could cry right now. I'm working hard.
Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to enjoy like that. You're supposed to enjoy.
I'm taking breaks, man. I can't this month. I don't know what, y'all. It's just gonna be whatever. I didn't even expect to be on here tonight. I was like, all right, Fatima. Then she starts stressing.
Well,
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, now with proper
Let me get on here.
Let me
Look, I'm like, let me save the show. Let me save the show. The viewers up. I don't need the viewers to go down now.
Because this is your show, Wendy. You better come back, Wendy, or they're going to kick you out your show.
Listen. You got to come back.
Like,
you can't go on extended vacations.
Look, I'm like, this is over a year work. Like, we ain't just
Wait, no. You was wearing something else. And then you back on the camera and wearing something else.
Yeah,
I gotta save the show. I'm like, okay. I didn't know we were okay. Come back then.
Because I didn't want to have to be putting on my makeup.
Well, she just got her training. Look, this is on the job training. She did amazing. Right. You're already amazing. You did great.
Because one thing
I think you did great.
I'm definitely trainable.
Listen,
look at that.
You could totally take over Bounceback Wednesday. I need to be able to do other stuff.
I'm on my own. But thank you. I appreciate you. I come help. And then Jazz, I got Jazz. I already know I got Jazz. So I'll be fine.
But it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I want to shout out to all the men because I know it can be hard for y'all sometimes to even try to seek help. Thinking about the child, because what we doing addressing adverse childhood experiences. We have a lot of men, and we could just speak from our culture, really, but all children. It really do happen in all types of ethnicity groups and everything. You know, it really does. Right. Where the male is always be the man, shut down and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like predominantly it happens for me. I just feel like in the Black community. Or do
we just see it more because we are Black? Do we just see that more because we are Black, and that's what we, communicate with? Because even on social media, all it is a lot of Black streaming things. When does any other race thing actually come through to show us anything unless we have friends?
That's because the way that Facebook have it set up, like you're Black,
so they're gonna listen or whatever that is.
Girl, please. I be seeing white people talking hella crazy to their kids and all kind of stuff. I be ready to say them to my kids. I be like, I'm talking bad. I'm like, man, they talk about Black people. I'm like, right. I be like, right. What? So it's all different and stuff like that. However, to those men who are vulnerable, we love you. To those men that is not afraid to seek therapy, we love you. For those men who cry, we love you. For those men who don't mind just sharing their stories and
have vulnerability,
we love you. Keep doing it. We need you. All these hard men being all hard and all this, and treating a woman like she got to be hard, treating a woman like she ain't even a female. Woman not supposed to cry either. It's like, oh my God. So
I can't have my emotions. Huh? I know, like I can't have my emotions. It's just so unemotionally available type energy. That is just.
We're not bashing the man. That's not what I was trying to do.
No, not bashing. I'm not bashing at all. But it's just how we, it's like it's a norm that shouldn't be a norm.
Yeah.
Right.
Unemotionally unavailable. That should not be a norm.
It's not
okay to have emotions.
It shouldn't be. So this is why what we're doing is important, because we want to be able to we're educating people, empowering them, encouraging them to really do better in some areas, to be emotionally intelligent. Like I'm an emotional intelligence consultant, I'm a Bounceback intelligence consultant. It is important, and it's take time, take practice, y'all, because I tell y'all, I try not to cut you out in a minute, but don't, I try. It's practice. Take practice. We're not perfect.
It takes practice.
Listen, it sure does take practice.
Sometimes you gotta be like, Lord, peace. Like you just gotta
listen. There's times where I didn't let the words come out, and then afterwards I gotta go sit in the corner. It's like, you know what, Lord, I did not mean to say that outside of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. But look, the mind, the mind, you just react. That's the first thing. You react, you feel and react before anything. Like, so if we change the way, if we practice the way we react, so if we practice not, not reacting or taking that deep breath, right? To regulate.
Right.
Because when we're not regulated, that's when we just react. So we're reacting off of what's going on in our environments. Emotions, that's what it is. You're reacting to what you are experiencing in that environment, good or bad. Emotions are good or bad, okay?
True.
So it's like, but we choose how we react, but it just take practice. Anyways, I just want to shout out everybody tuning in tonight. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday. We got to make some changes because this is just gonna keep you guys posted. Please be sure. Please be sure
Did you self-regulate right there?
Huh?
Did you self-regulate right there?
That's what it was. That's how I bounced back fast. It was like, and then I was that was fast. That was fast, right? I would have been able to do that without this hat. I don't even be scratching my locks or nothing, but if it wasn't for this hat, I'm gonna have to start getting me some hats.
Yeah, because it's more so the facial expression. That's what it be with me. I was like, my facial, I'm working on it. It'll turn up when that, like.
But I want to, everybody go visit the website. I'm the founder of Watch Me Grow, Inc. Our mission is to strengthen the child, family, and community by partnering up with different organizations to build a bridge between the resources and families in need. So I'm all about community networking. I'm all about providing resources to families. I'm all about educating people. I'm all about policy change. I'm all about youth leadership. It takes a community. Listen here. We all for it. So y'all can tune in every Wednesday at 7:30. We are here providing different discussions, but I promise you're going to leave informed and thinking differently in some kind of way, or we probably threw out a strategy for you that you could use, try to use it and let us know how it worked out for you. Y'all got anything y'all want to share?
Can I share something that's going on in Vallejo this weekend? Even though I didn't get it approved by the admin yet. But the skate party. It's on Saturday.
Who having a skate party?
It's through Orlando, one of his friends. But it's a skate party and picnic from 12 to 4 p.m. Next to the farmers market. So it's in Virginia Street in Marin. And all come through. And then at 2 p.m., I think they're doing a raffle or something.
Okay, so skating, so where y'all need pads and stuff.
Yeah.
Safety measures. I don't know how to rollerblade. I tried. I failed. I was so embarrassed with Brandon, and he probably don't even want to learn how to skate no more because I failed. It's all good. Josh, you got anything you want to share?
No, I'm just Black in America, loving Jesus. That's it.
Okay. Hey, it's man, it's good. It's right now. It's a good time to be Black and a woman. Black women.
Definitely, it's a great time to be a woman. Like, it's an amazing time to be a woman.
It's a great time.
It's just an amazing time. Well, thank you guys for inviting me to come again. I always have a good time with y'all. I just love your sister relationship and just the little moments that you guys have during the live. It makes me happy.
Really? We're growing.
Yes.
We're growing.
That's my fiance on her salon. She's like, I love her.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you all. I love you too, Fatima. I'm sorry I didn't say it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. I know I'm loved. I love myself.
I love myself.
Your love is just bonus. Your love is just bonus. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Ashley. Anybody watching right now that do want to tune in or whatever, just inbox us. If y'all not tune in, but if you want to be a guest, if you have a short story to tell, if you know what your ACEs are, if you want to take the ACEs questionnaire, we can provide that for you as we are collecting our own data too. anything, man. Like I said, go to the website. Y'all can donate too. We always need funding. We don't get paid for doing this. We just love to do it because it's needed. It's so needed. So watch me grow. We do a lot. And you can get involved. And you can get involved. We always look for volunteers. Always. We got some big events coming up, especially in August. We got some big stuff coming up. We need help. Because I'm not trying to get burnt out and I'm tired. So we need help.
Speaking of existence.
I need rest. That's the truth. I want to get burnt out. I love these kids way too much. I really do. That's gonna take a lot for me to get burnt out. But I do need some rest though. But check out the website, y'all. Check out the website. Be sure to sign up for the newsletters to get more information. Bounceback Parenting. We got Bounceback Wednesday every Wednesday. And we're doing more. We need volunteers. So think about it. That's all, y'all. Y'all good?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. See y'all next Wednesday. 7:30. Bye.